Right, good morning for Wednesday, the 12th of July. Very unsettled theme continues, I'm afraid, with weather forecasting almost changing on an hourly basis over the next few days, whether you're planning to fly or go to air shows, I'd say this week. The issue is that we are still got the jet stream straight bang over the top of us. And with that is bringing a lot of outbreaks of rain and showers. Nothing significantly in the way of frontal that wipes out the whole day, but tricky enough that the timing, even at the moment, is tricky to say what will happen this afternoon. The synoptic picture sort of showed last night that cold front out over continental Europe. Low pressure centre just to the north of sort of the upper islands of Scotland. But as we go through today, a convergence line, and not a good type of convergence line, starts to fill in over the top of the UK with this sort of branch twig thing that you see on the chart, which sort of indicates a line of showers probably going up the A30, A303, if you're to believe that, with an occluded front not too far away. As we go through into tomorrow, there might be a bit more chance of soaring, but it's all dependent on this occluded front. And certainly towards the weekend, it is looking very interesting with this area of low pressure. The winds, well, they've come round a little bit. We're now looking at west-southwesterly, probably around 20 to 25 knots. The rain at the moment is looking fairly mixed, I would say. No rain directly over the top of us, but as I look out the window at the moment, it looks like it could rain at any moment. So, yeah, showers popping up all over the place, most of it out into the West Country currently, but enough of an issue that I'm sure we will see one at some point today. The satellite picture over the UK reveals a fairly bright start with a fair amount of cloud just over top of us, brighter to the north or south of us. But yeah, it does appear like, unfortunately, we're sort of on the edge of the worst weather coming in. And you can see that on the Met Office public forecast, which shows a top temperature today of 17 degrees with a mixture of sunny spells and longer spells of rain this afternoon. Excuse me. Visibility good outside of showers, poor inside. The chance of a thunderstorm, is that likely? I'm not sure. At the moment, the Met Office love putting that look like on in, but certainly it's unsettled. Temperature today then, as you said, around 18 or 19. If you look at that, yeah, it says 20 degrees maybe on GFS. I think we definitely would get a thunderstorm if we got 20. And dew points of around 10 or so. Currently at Lasham, dew point of 12, temperature of 15, and the picture outside is a little bit threatening with those dark clouds moving across the country. Looking at Farnborough, currently the reporting broken at 1,200 feet, with the forecast being quite variable for today. Scattered at 3.5, it says as the headline. There's a lot of low cloud in there, which is, yeah, causing a little bit of grief. That's for Farnborough. Odium and Southampton are very similar with sort of variable levels of cloud. Best to look at Top Meteo really to see what we will likely get. And that's what it says, potential flight distances. Again, I think that's on the optimistic side, as Top Meteo doesn't seem to believe that it can rain. As we look at sort of 10 to 11 o'clock, it may brighten up just for a bit. Cloud base of maybe around 3,000 feet above sight, but I say for a bit because this shower activity out to the west is far more pronounced on the Met Office's systems. We could be lucky, we could miss them entirely, but certainly in our area, the cumulus will build up into fairly large convective activity. So I'm not really expecting a cloud base much in excess of 3,000 feet today if we get it, and the wind will get up near those cells as well, with shower activity through the afternoon impacting the area. So yeah, really quite mixed. It's a day to look out the window and see what's happening. Really a forecast is only as good as the data provided to it, and today's data I would not say is completely conclusive. So cloud amounts, and you can see there, a little bit of low cloud over to us as we got at the moment, and then we get potentially a good hour or two, and then it goes a bit more cloudy with a chance of rain. So to sum up, your site forecast for today: tricky thermals, a chance of some soaring around lunchtime, and then going downhill as showers start to move in this afternoon. Right, airspace wise, well, it's the Royal International Air Tattoo. Yes, that always does come around very quickly. It's the first day of arrivals and validations. So that means there's this big area which is out of action all day. Don't think it'll affect people too much today due to the weather, but tomorrow it will be of note. But you can see up to flight level 85, basically the basic controlled airspace. This whole area is a no-go zone for everybody, really. So that sort of starts from about Sandhill Farm and sort of wipes out Aston Down as well. Thankfully, I believe they have a letter of agreement to continue flying during the air show. So yeah, if you're going to the northwest of us, that's really important to know. There's not too much else in terms of airspace today in our region. One thing to bear in mind is it's also Goodwood Festival of Speed starting tomorrow and into the weekend. So there will be airspace restrictions and red arrows displays. With that, the red arrows will be based out of Farnborough for Thursday and Friday before going to Fairford at the Royal International Air Tattoo. Those are our movements today. PA31 arriving at 13:25, 77 arriving at 15:45 from Teesside, and a PA31 going home at 4 o'clock today. Operation today, we're going to go to runway 27 with a slight offset for the wind. So yeah, something like that's more than likely. So 27, air from the runway. It's not busy enough to do anything else. And yeah, trial lessons I've cancelled for today. It's just too blustery. And I think, yeah, we'll make the most of the weather as we see it. Okay, we will see you on the airfield. Bye for now.